I want you to grow businesses that people marvel at, impact that moves people, businesses that impact people for generations. I believe if you wouldn't be here, you didn't want that too. I make the case, get clear on your belief, honor your roots by building your brand, your marketing efforts, your sales process, the way you talk to people, the way you create a customer experience, you build up from that while you get, the clearer you get, the deeper it goes, y'all. If it came down to it, would you rather cross a rickety swing bridge over a jungle ravine 200 feet above ground, or wade in the shark-infested waters for just 27 minutes? One or two? All right, look around. I would pretty good bet anyone with a 2 in the air has fear of heights. Yes? No? No, just no trust in the bridge. Fair. Hedging your bet. I like it. No, okay, pull some logic there. Also, what if 2s in the room? If I said that there was $200 million cash on the other side of the bridge, would you do it?
No question.
Right, because the payoff is greater than the risk, right? And so you might connect it off to a business model like this when you're inviting someone to do business with you. Specifically, Chapter Bridges, we don't have a jungle ravine, but I think we've done this. Sky Bridge. Little waffly, shaky bridge. It is 160 feet in the air, which is interesting, over a 500-foot valley. And if you are not into heights, someone might have drugged you on this bridge because they promised you that the view would be worth it. Your business is a lot like this. There is an activity in the workbook. Let me return to it. That's the way you serve someone in your business is so important. There's such an amazing reality for them on the other side of working with you that it is going to be worth their time, their resources, their risk in working with you, the hard that's involved. If you were involved in one of the breakout sessions that was talked about. And so I'm going to illustrate it this way. I pre-drew this for y'all because I'm such an artist. I did not want to have to do that a lot. Yours looks much nicer than mine. But first I want to talk about how we can be a belief bridge architect, specifically in our external messaging, marketing, and how this really does that. And some of this really overlaps with some of the other spheres. So if I go over here, here are 2 islands. And for sake of illustration, there's going to be one bridge that connects it. You in the room are living on an island that is paradise. You got some amenities. Maybe your entree has some coconuts, and you got a little chair. Life is sweet on your island. The way this translates is no matter what you do, there's a core belief connected to your reality. If you are in financial planning, the belief that is inside of you is that wealth is possible for you in a way that'll change your family tree forever. If you sell high-quality dog food, you are driven by a belief that your 4-legged friend is bringing so much joy into your life, and you have the opportunity to store it best yearly. If you are, we have to pull it over. Let me throw what you do. I can't prescribe this to you, but we can talk about it. What is that? Aesthetics, perfect. So this is easy for Kylie because I have a relationship with you, and I know. So as I say, I'm not going to assume it's bottom, but for Kylie, she believes that our body is temple, that we can store it, and the way we take care of our skin affects so many other parts of our body, right? So there's different layer in beliefs, and really, when you do this deep work, you're going to land on a couple of really, really core beliefs that everything you do as a business then builds a bridge to somebody who has not worked with you, has not experienced your island. Okay. So if you were, let's actually just has that book first. Okay, so we're going to say that, how would you phrase it in your own words? Like what our beliefs are. Just like the one that you're like, this is why aesthetics is the vehicle that you are helping people experience a reality. I can fix some stuff up, but that's good. You heal skin, we are catered towards those with busy lives. So we have a client that is a specific first mamas especially. Yeah, so she tap yourself. Okay. So putting some things here, healing and self-care. And what I hear is a guiding belief that you're worth it, right? That you are worth taking time to heal your skin, feel better in your body. There's probably all these ways this can like branch out from that. But this is going to be connected to worth. What's really cool, which is a little fun fact, is a lot of these are going to boil down to that pyramid of peace that y'all has all. Peace. Really the basis of work, like self-identity, is you're basically trying to help people feel like everything they're created to be. And the way that you do that is through studies. Now, what's cool about this, and I can't spend all my time here, so I kind of zoom through it. So what I will say is on your worksheet, there are some interactive bundles that you can think about when I demonstrate this. And you scan the QR code. I have an extended teaching on how this piece left is out, but I do just want to explain. So I'll walk this through. Is you may have someone who understands that the skin is really important, that it is directly linked to confidence. So this is someone that kind of knows their worth, and they know that aesthetics, they know worth. They know aesthetics is a way that they can feel really connected to their worth. And they may even know that your aesthetic services are a way that they can experience that we like. They may just have an injection. They're like so close off the bridge. This is what the travel's this way. And sometimes that injection might be, you've already fucked one. I'm too busy. So the way that Kylie approaches this in her messaging is now you can create a message. You personality know all this stuff, but be able to handle an injection. Hey, I know they're so busy. I too really prioritize where my time goes. I totally get it. That's why our express facial is really 30 minutes. And what that means to you is that you can actually fit it in right breaking under kids from soccer practice. How cool is that? So being able to create a message specifically for the person who falls to the island. Now, what happens if someone literally hears? This person, they may not even know. They may not have any idea why they feel bad. They just know they feel bad. And oftentimes, we want to think of study to be outward, right? But there's an inner worth problem, right? You don't know their background. You don't know their story. The way that you communicate to this person can't be what you communicate to this person. They're not on this part of the bridge yet, right? So being able to instill some belief, like if you're way over here, you don't even know this island exists. If I'm here, I don't know a world in which I can possibly feel good about my body. You don't know my story. So the way you communicate words looks different to someone on the bridge. Now, again, can't send push on here, but there's a point all along this bridge where maybe someone knows they will feel good and they know that like maybe taking care of themselves a little bit better can help them with some of that inner work, but they've been trying to do the DIY stuff, and there's all these points, and I can go into it more in their extended teaching with Bill to you. The idea is that everything that you do, this is helping someone with experiencing a reality that's possible for them. You see that? This person just needed to hear. This person just needed to hear. You're not going to be able to have one conversation to move everyone to your island all at once. The process. Y'all move the word? Moving is hard. Y'all moved islands before? There are sharks in the water. There is the depth of the water. The bridge is shaking. Y'all, there's reasons why people we're human. We don't like change. And no matter what your business is, to some degree, you are inviting people into transformation, inviting people into change. And the way you create your customer experience, the way you systemize your business so that people are taken care of on their way in the door and out of the door, and even the way you wrap your offers. I just named one specifically for Kylie that I just happen to know is because she knows there's people out there who get it. You are almost on her belief island. They just have that little objection. She's going to create an offer that speaks directly to that objective. You might create an offer that speaks to someone that's like, hey, I want you to know you're worried that you're going to show up word of love on you and just like help you understand like ultimately your belief. I want you to see if you can insert anything. And the cool thing is really kind of wrong. You start doing this, you might fit some of these like surface level ones, but you keep trying through it. And you are going to not only be able to create 5 or 6 different pieces of content, when you get so clear, so we're going to shift to internal. And the idea of the mission and vision, they're supporting your purpose, right? I want to talk about that. Joe talked about mission and vision, and Brandon talked about goals, and these are all about it. But I would actually say that Marvin, my guy, might would miss like one thing. Like I know we hover a little bit in early reception, like how do you find your purpose? I would stack belief. Whether you feel it or not, your purpose is directly linked forever ever to what you believe. And those beliefs might shift, they might. But a lot of times your beliefs are what your beliefs are through your life experience without you realizing that. Did you know that every decision you've made, large investment, especially house, car, coach, dog, They all have something in common and happen before you have to make a decision. You believe that your life will be better off the other side of that investment. Belief. Belief is the reason Helby articulated her purpose in such a way she built a mission and vision and she set her goals. Now, why do I go top down? I think I already messed up, man. I think this flip upside down. I get the sapping visual. Anybody know what a taproot is? Got an arborist in here? Extreme. Blend.
I'm not an arborist, so I know.
Hey, that's what. Tell me yours. I'm gonna read this definition. I used to expect anybody. No, I just heard.
The taproot is generally a center root that goes straight down, and it taps spurs down and usually helps secure the tree. Doesn't stabilize it fully, even helps. Yes.
Yes, sir. What's your name? Matt. Love it. All right. Yeah, you'll know. I'm an artist. So this is a taproot that's been growing for a while. And I probably should have drawn it shorter for my demonstration. That's okay. At this point, this tree is probably out of its tree. Who's out? Okay. Tree, fruit, dirt. Yes. Good. So read all the fish of taproot before I get this. From eating your mix. For pine tree, this is a big way. A pine tree's taproot is its main root that grows deep into the soil, anchoring the tree and providing access to water. The taproot is essential to the tree's survival, especially during dry spells. So this means you all know the concept of raising your business, right? It's probably first time you landed a big client, first time you messed up, first time you hired an employee, first time someone walked away. All the ups and downs. Some of these roots are shrivel up and die in the course of your business. You might have some roots in your mind right now that made you fun. Wait. If you do not have a taproot, if you do not have belief as your taproot, your tree will not make it in dry spells, in winter, in harsh conditions. The trunk, this is your business, as it's seen on the outside, getting bigger and bigger. It is in direct alignment with your taproot.
Or elbows and under on the line.
Belief is your taproot. The thing that keeps you going when the work isn't exciting, feels meaningful. When you're burning out, working 24/7, and life happens and it hits hard. Sales aren't coming in like they used to, or you aren't sure if you're going to make payroll. Did you know the Bureau of Labor Statistics says that businesses, only 50% need to cost 5 years to hard about? That's half this room, if we all were under that. I would make a case to you today that belief is why. It is the thing you align with. It is the thing that keeps you rooted. Just like we talked about that bridge, you have to be clear on that and in tune in that, or you're going to stop you keep along the bridge. Or you're not going to be standing on the other side of the sky bridge saying, hey, the view, it's fine, it's cool. Bridge is a little shaky, but you come. Nobody's going to step out on the bridge, right? But when you believe, like, hey, listen, the view from here is so many. I can see you now. What is other business here? Real estate. Hey, bull. Hey, listen, I can see you now in that house you're about. I know you're working so hard right now for that. For now, you're doing zero, you to a client. Like, I know you got a kid coming and you want them to play in this backyard. I know it is hard in this market right now. But I believe so much that, like, the family that you want to raise in this house is worth. This is worth the grind. That's going to make you show up to the show ends a little bit trigger, right? This is a family's, like, after school soccer practice so that kid can grow up and make the league and make his family and her country really proud. Like, this is like, do we see the snowball effect of this? And if you don't have that taproot when the market's messy, you're gonna quit. When someone's coming for your business for no reason, you're gonna want to just pick a different, easier career. But when you have that taproot, you grow. I want you all to look like this. I come from originally California. We got these big fig trees. Y'all know sequoias? That also got pine super earlier. Just go dig or sequoias. Just want to use pines. But y'all ever stood in forests like this, just looked up, maybe in a hammock, a nice day? Are you not just like in awe of this? These trees have been here for generations. I want you to grow businesses that people marvel at. Impact that moves people. businesses that impact people for generations. I believe if you wouldn't be here, you didn't want that too. I make the case. Get clear on your belief. Honor your roots by building your brand, your marketing efforts, your sales process, the way you talk to people, the way you create a customer experience. You build up from that while you get, the clearer you get, the deeper it goes, y'all. I listed for the metaphors, y'all stop a little bit, because these roots go all over. But that one, the deeper you go, stronger your root system, the higher the tree. I have this phrase in my business. I forgot to introduce myself though. I'm so sorry. I'll just get into it. I'll do that at the end. One thing I say a lot in business is I want you to honor your roots so you can take that to space. That means you honor this and you build a business that is supported by this. And your business will grow. You will literally be taking up space with the person and you're meant to be. Your business will take up space in your market. And you will literally reach heights that you maybe couldn't dream. That is what I want. But you want that too? Thank you very much. I'm reading for you. My name is Amanda Wolf. I've created a agency called Roadkill Lab. I don't know how many times you're about there.
You have 3 minutes for questions.
3 minutes for questions. Do I just blab about who I am, or you can catch me after I done the questions?
But my question, great presentation. Okay, so what is Brella?
Roadkill Lab. Great question. Yeah. From a service standpoint or the meeting?
What do you do?
Oh, perfect. Awesome. So I am a creative agency that helps, surprise, service businesses with their messaging, their branding, essentially helping you get crystal clear on what you believe and then helping you communicate that in a way that not only moves the right people towards you, but allows your business to grow in ways that you really want it to grow. So branding, messaging, creative support, websites, all the stuff that all get science when you're starting a business. You just got in business for execution, lights, aesthetic stuff. You don't want to have to. I haven't done anything or it's great, but it's a cool video one time. But the point isn't there probably some stuff in your business that you're like, this is for many growing. So, any other questions?
Guys, should I comment on what you said just to clarify to just really how like details should go? Has anyone ever had a website built for them? No, everyone built their own website, I guess. You never had a website built. Most of the time, when you hire someone to like build a website or do something, they're like, hey, what do you want on it? She like will interview you and figure out what you should have on it to convert better. For example, it does all that for you, or helps really interviews you. It's in your head. It's really likely you don't know how to get it out.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I like to speak of one specific process if I can, just explain y'all a little bit. We have for the brand scope. Essentially, I believe the business that's in your vision is in your head. A lot of times you might have a hard time articulating it or painting the clearest picture for the world. All right. Y'all are the sketch artists. I watch a lot of crying shows. I really like them. I have the skill clearly. I don't have the skills to trail a suspect. But in the guided conversation with somebody that has the skill set to be able to take that conversation and create a profile, I want to be able to turn the page around and maybe get, oh shoot, yeah, that's it. That's the guy. And then we can go get the guy around the street. So